Welcome aboard, my friends. November the 2nd. Woke up today and there was snow on everything, on the cars, just on the ground, everywhere. It's -2. It's going up to 5 today. I was going to go out to the place where they have the foam animals, but by the time I get there, also November the 1st, they changed the hours. So by the time I get there and get set up, I'll get like an hour and a half or so today. So I came over to the city park. But anyhow, I'm going to take you on a new direction. This is a recurve. And you've never seen me shoot a recurve before. This is a bow that I've had for about 17 years, and I haven't shot it in about 12 years. I've always been shooting longbows. It's a Martin Dreamcatcher. You see the little Dreamcatcher on the side? And anyhow, it's 60 inches long. It's 45 pounds. It's a regular laminated longbow made by Martin. Very comfortable pistol grip. It is center shot. You can see that the string is right there in the center. That's quite different than any other of the other bows that we've been shooting. Okay, so I'm going to take some shots, get used to this bow, and tell you what I know about it. Oh yeah, and when I took a look at it, I took the shelves off that I had. It's right on wood now. I also took a few shots and found that I'm shooting right over the target. So I raised my brace height to 3/4 of an inch. That's where it's at. With my longbow, it was 3/8 of an inch. But when I have this one at 3/8, it glances off the shelf. You can see it's a circular shelf and goes high. So that's why I've set this knock like this. Anyhow, that's the introduction to the Dreamcatcher. Now, let's go do some shooting, and I'll explain a few things to you. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, guys, let's take a couple shots here in the park. In the city park. Yeah, people came over during the summer, COVIDs, and they came over the fence and they messed the place right up, wrecked it. One of the things that I like about this bow is that it's much easier to draw than my American Hill longbow. The longbow is narrower, but thicker, so it's harder to bend. This bow is wide, but thin, much easier to draw, much easier to draw. Anyhow, that's just a little point. And I guess we'll be picking this guy up. But anyhow, it's a good target. I made it out of that insulation. It's just that it flies all over the place every time you hit it. But that's what we're doing. We're hitting it. Okay, back in a minute. Doesn't take long. It starts getting dark. Notice that I've got 2 knocks on this string. I've raised up my brace, or not my brace height, but my knocking point to 3/4 of an inch, and I have 2 of these little brass knocks to keep that arrow right in place. You don't have to do that. I've just done it this time. It's fun targets like this, they fall over, but then you got to go pick it up all the time. And I don't shoot at targets when my arrows are off to the side, because if you hit one, you'll smash your arrow, sure as anything. But yeah, I found that was a pretty good thing to do with the knock, And the fact that this bow is center shot makes it a lot easier to shoot. Matter of fact, the way I'm shooting is so simple, it's not even funny. Basically, what I'm doing, I'll just explain it to you in a second. It's center shot, remember. When I draw, you see I put the bow straight up and down, And when I get back to my anchor, it's a solid anchor. And I'm aiming from the back. I'm aiming from back here. Okay? So it comes back, the bow is straight up, and it will look like that. My arrow will be slightly to the left, but I'm aiming from the back. So all as I do is roll my bow until it's straight. So I am using a cant with this bow, even though I put the tip right on the center line and I draw straight. Because I relax my fingers, the arrow will go to the left, and I simply roll it on and let go. And that's what I'm doing. And no point in panning in here because I realize you can tell I hit it. It's falling on its side. So let's just go and get it and shoot some more. Okay, guys, let's just see if you can see the cant, how it's done. Again, holding it vertical on the draw, canting it after the anchor. Okay, so that's how it's done. I had it vertical, I drew back to my solid anchor, I relaxed my fingers, I saw the arrow was slightly to the left, I just rolled it slightly, and it's on. And of course, just so you can see, but we knocked it down, right? That's the thing, even though I got to go up and pick it up all the time. We're hitting our target by doing this slight cant and aiming from the back. Back in a minute. Okay, guys. This is the easiest bow that I've shot in years. Something that I want to explain to you is that we have different tools in aiming. One of the tools is called canting. Now, some people say, I don't cant, I hold at 90, or I hold at 45, I cant this way. That's not the real purpose of canting. Arrow alignment is the real reason we can't. It's just not like, I don't do it, I do it. It's not like that. It's trying to hit the target. So, anyhow, this is vertical. That's 45 degrees. This is an interesting thing. 15, 18 years ago or something like that, I was shooting a bow, a recurve, and it was called the Dala. And anyhow, I kept shooting a little bit to the right. I didn't know what to do about it. So I actually started canting my bow backwards a little bit. And that solved the problem. When I canted that bow backwards, it stopped shooting to the right. I remember I was at the club one day, and there's two guys I never saw before, and one guy goes, look at this guy, he even holds his bow backwards. And the other guy says to him, yeah, but he's hitting the target. Anyhow, the point is that this makes your arrow go left and straight and more to the right. So you can control your shot. If you are shooting to the right all the time, probably if you change your cant slightly, you'll stop doing it. It's a tool. Anyhow, canting is important, whether you can appreciate it or not. Right. Anyhow, not much point in this, but there it is. It's knocked down again. Okay. Back in a minute. Do some shooting and a lot more explaining. Okay, guys. Uh-oh, no point. It's pulled out in that target. I didn't realize it. That's all you can do today. Anyhow, it's not supposed to be an exhibition of shooting skill. I'm trying to teach you some stuff. Listen, there's different tools that you have. One is an anchor, one is a cant. I'll explain how they go together. Go and take some shots and anchor here and see where you hit. Go take some shots and anchor here, see where you hit. Go take some shots, anchor here, see where you hit. Go take some shots, anchor here, and see where you hit. For me, right here is a good spot. When I come back to here, that arrow is under my eye. By experimenting, you will find a spot where it starts to go straight. Okay? That's one thing that you can do. And the other thing is, you can shoot your bow, hold it vertical. Where does it shoot? Does it shoot left? Try a little more of a cant. Try more of a cant. Does it shoot right? A little less cant. You can find a cant with every arrow that's going to work if you experiment. The other thing is simple arrow alignment. And with this bow, I can simply get the arrow and simply line it up so it looks like it's going straight. Visual arrow alignment. Anyhow, those are the kinds of things that you can do, and then you can knock your target over again. Okay. Anyhow, back in a minute, boys. Okay, guys. Something that's kind of neat about this bow is the brace height is higher, and I don't hit my arm as much as I do with a longbow. Went right through him. Okay, we'll accept that. But, guys, again, I was asked many, many times how we can shoot a bow like this, a recurve, compared to an English longbow. Well, the English longbow, I had to hold the bow on an angle and over here, and I used to put the target over my knuckle. I wasn't looking at the arrow. My sight picture was over my knuckle. That last bow that we've been shooting, the American longbow, when I shot it, it shot slightly to the right. When I canted at 45, it shot slightly to the right. So I would just hold my arrow slightly to the left. With this bow, I'm anchoring. I can see I have a good anchor. It's my anchor. I can see along the back of the arrow. I can tell the tip of the arrow is not on. All I do is roll it slightly till it's on. Arrow alignment, this guy shoots straight, so just let go. Relax those fingers and just let go. But yeah, this is the easiest bow that I've shot in a long, long time. And anyhow, there's the target. You won't see the arrow because the arrow went right through him and went over there someplace. Anyhow, back in a minute. Okay, guys. It's going to be dark in about 15 minutes. Yeah, I think maybe that's going to be it for the day, It's getting dark really quick. Anyhow, we're going to start shooting this recurve bow, and we'll just see how it goes. I know a lot of you have asked about it. I think I've showed you some basics already. The basics is always the same. Step towards the target, put the tip on, lift up your back foot and put it down, and it will stay there. Hold this bow vertical and draw until you get to your anchor. You have to relax your fingers. When you relax your fingers, say, where is it pointing? With me, the tip is pointing slightly to the left. So all I do is cant until I get arrow alignment, and then I just gently let go. Okay? Anyhow, we'll go over that a few thousand times in the next month or so. And anyhow, you'll knock her down. Well, guys, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.